I'm not sure why people don't know that wheelchair users take priority over buggies and prams. This is like something that they've always had in place. So it states here on TfL's website, by law, wheelchair users have priority over the space as it's the only space they can travel safely with. When a wheelchair user is not using the space, you can use it first come, first served basis. If a wheelchair user wishes to board a bus, you should share the space with them, fold the buggy or move. You will not be asked to leave the bus, but you may choose to do so. So for instance, if the person so this just means that if a wheelchair user is boarding a bus, you should share the space with them and fold the buggy or move. If you don't move, for instance, they do have other measures in place for that. For instance, from the Big Red Book here, this is the fifth edition. The sixth edition is coming out end of this year or September. But this is what all drivers for TfL must abide by. So this is in regards to boarding procedure for wheelchair mobility users or scooter users. Sorry. So if, for instance, someone decides not to move from where the person who is in a wheelchair or mobility scooter is, they said that all they can do is ask the person to fold up the buggy as well, and they tell the drivers not to put themselves at risk in regards to a dispute and stuff. But then it also explains that they may have to share the space as well, and to resolve the situation you should allow the person who has the mobility scooter or wheelchair to take priority and ask them to share and see what happens there. But they also say here as well, even though they state beforehand on the TfL website that wheelchair and mobility scooters take priority, they say here though that, you know, you can tell the person that the person that is in a wheelchair or mobility scooter, that they need to catch the next bus, apologize to them, and basically why you explain to them why you are unable to make space and let them know that they can contact the garage. It also states that you'll need to contact the garage for them to let them know the next customer. But at the same time, if they are taking priority, the people that are designated in the only safe travel space for them should be moved off or removed off the bus as well, because they can travel another time compared to the person in a wheelchair. They only have a certain designated space for themselves there, which doesn't make any sense. And then they said, do not close the door and move off until you have done this. But it's like, what is the point of making them wait when someone else can go on a different mode of transport and it's easier for them? But then it's like you're wanting the person that has priority to get off the bus. In regards to the mobility scooter as well, they do say that there is a mobility aid card as well that people can get for mobility scooters. So all the details are above there.